Alright guys, let's take a crack at this lorry lock. This is a custom pin lock by Norseman Lockpicker. It's the third one that he's ever built. So he's had a little bit of practice at it, and it is, I do have the key. It's in this, it's not truly sealed, but you're going to have to believe I didn't open it yet. I didn't pick. Korinsky 77 tagged it, and he used 3 exclamation points on evil. And having played with this lock a bit, I can tell you that would be true. It is a very evil lock. It doesn't give a lot of true signals, I guess. There's a lot of false signals. You're going to hear a lot of clicking. The thing that's going to make this a bit easier for me is this beautiful pick from the Caveman 1966. He sent this to me a while back. Unfortunately, it's 29 thousandths thick, but fortunately now, because it has the right kind of strength in order to get into this open keyway to give me the leverage that I need to force these pins into place. So this pick is perfect for this type of lock. So let's see if we can put a little tension on there, and you're gonna see me forcing them, and thank God this pick is strong enough to withstand it. I have broken 3 Petersons on this lock. Now when we're forcing these screws in place, you're going to get multiple clicks from each pin, but eventually we're going to get what I call a super fault set. I mean, this baby's going to lean way over. And at that point we know we're down to the last screw, and at that point we also know that we are screwed, because it's almost impossible from that point forward to determine which one is the binder, because the threads are biting into the core, and the lock just doesn't talk to you. So at that point we're going to have to back off and use a little bit of finesse. If we can get it. I got a little feedback here. See if I can force him in place. Maybe not. Thank goodness manufacturers aren't using screws in their locks. That's all I have to say. They don't use them because they're not very reliable. They break down quick. They cause a lot of wear on the core. So I can understand why they don't use them. But for screwing your buddy, they are absolutely the perfect pin to be using. Okay, it feels like the last pin is frozen, and I get the slightest feedback from it. Okay, that was pin 1. I've picked him about a half a dozen times, but that last pin is the one that keeps giving me a little feedback. There's pin 3 as well. Alright, there's our super fault set. Now what we need to do is find the last screw. And that, believe me gentlemen, is not easy. I got some feedback from 5, but I don't believe this is the last one. So let's give him a little nudge. Alright, so we've lost our fault set. So 5 probably is a spool or something like that. I'm sure that Norseman Lockpicker put that in there just to mess with our head. Trying to find a binder. Everything's springy at this point. Oh, there we go. Woo, baby! Got it! Alright, let's gut it. I know we're at almost 5 minutes now, 4:46, but I can't believe we got it. The first time I did it was like 37 minutes, and this time 4:46, so I'm not going to blow it here. All right, well, let's gut it. Let's find out what he's got in here. I have not gutted it yet, and maybe we can even take a look at the key. In fact, let's take a look at the key right now. Now that we know we're not cheating. You know, it's not too bad. We got some low ones there, and we got two high ones hiding behind these two low ones. But I got to tell you, this was the perfect pick because we have some good reach, and if you look closely at that angle, that's just the perfect angle to be reaching up in the back there to get inside of there. But anyway, let's bust this dude open. If I can hold on the screwdriver. Okay, I'll try not to screw this up. I can already see. Norseman Lockpicker, you are evil, man. These are some gnarly pins. There's only 5 of them, though. Oh, we had a double in that last stack. Beautiful. I don't know if that means I shoved him up in there too far, or... Let's take a look here. Alright, looks like the first one is a serrated. Second one is also a serrated. Third one is kind of a serrated spool looking thing. I have no idea, guys, what to even call this evil looking thing. No wonder there was so much crunching going on inside of there. And there are no screws in this. And the last one, oops, just a flat. Looks like almost like a master. And that should be it. Alright, we're looking at the core. Nothing special about it. No threading. Thank goodness. That would have really made it hard, especially with these pins. And no counter milling. Well worn lock though, I gotta say. Alright fellas, let's take a look. Let me get these arranged just a little bit neater. Oops. I think this is a 2-part key pin. I think that's what he intended here. I'm not sure if that's exactly how it played out. Alright, looks like the Norseman Lockpicker spent some late nights on this thing. What we got here, we got a serrated key pin. Oop, my finger there. Looks like a little serrated key pin and then a serrated driver. This one we also have a serrated driver, very well done, I gotta say, and different widths on the gaps. And then this key pin, I hope we can get it to focus. So it's almost like a T-pin but with a serration or a spool on it. This one also, same kind of deal. You'll notice that the spool, come on baby. Someday they're going to invent a decent camera that'll focus when you want it to. Alright, there we go. Notice the top is almost like a T-pin, but the rest of it is also looks like a little serration. I am not sure how much play these key pins would have. I mean, I don't know if it's a lot of value in making all this effort to do these grooves on the key pins, but I got to tell you, if on this lock it definitely made a difference. Look at this thing. This is just an awesome, again with the focus. This is another reason that thing gave me so much trouble. It also explains why we have so many clicks on each of those pins. And on this one we got kind of the same thing, a little bit shorter standard key pin, but again built to frustrate us. We need some lubricant on this thing. And when I mean lubricant, I don't mean lubricant for the lock. I mean lubricant for the lockpicker, something like this. That's the only way you're going to be able to survive one of these locks without going crazy. Norseman lockpicker, man, there's something wrong with you. You need to get checked out. I'm thinking electroshock therapy, some kind of lithium, something along those lines. But until you start taking that therapy, keep making these locks. These are just absolutely awesome. And please don't go to work for Lori, because then they're going to become the new medicos. So thank you, sir, for putting this lock together. I really appreciate it. Fellas, thanks for your patience, and everybody stay safe, stay legal.